discuss today actually 2022 paper, the rest of the part. That means question number from 31 to the 40. The question number 31, it belongs to the chemistry part. And especially if you know about the concentration and number of moles, there are two equations that you have to always keep in mind. When I consider one equation you are learning in grade 10 actually, simple N equals simple M divided by capital M. Simple N refers to number of moles, simple M refers to mass, and capital M refers to molar mass. And there is another equation you are learning in grade 11, capital C equal N over V. So N is refers to again number of moles and V is refers to the volume. C is refers to the concentration. So if you know these two equations, whatever the sum come under this part will be very, very easy because it's like a simple maths that you have to follow. Right, we go to the question. What is the mass of glucose required to prepare 1 cubic decimeter of a 0.1 mole per cubic decimeter glucose solution, right? So here in this equation, you have there are some information. This is glucose and this is the volume and this is the concentration. Whenever you are reading the question, just mark the important parts that you want to get again and again, then you don't miss anything. So this is C actually, and this is N. So this is V, and this is glucose from this chemical formula, and you have this relative atomic masses. So you can find out the molar mass actually from these data. So capital M. The question is, what is the mass? So what is the mass means now actually our final one should be simple M. Now this is what we want to find. And we already have C and V. So I'm taking this equation to find out the number of moles. But the question asking not the number of moles, question asking mass. But to get the mass, you need the number of moles. So we have to go on the steps. Normally, because this is MCQ, most of the time you don't get something like decimals. I mean, for the answers. So the answers will be very easy to calculate. So don't worry about the MCQ part. If there is any sums comes up, it is easily, we can get the answers. Right, next one. Okay, next one means we are going to the evaluation and this sum part. Right, C is, I'm going to put C as 0.1 and same as it is. And number of mole I want to find out. And say V is in cubic decimeter. So I don't want to change any concentration values or I don't want to change the units of these, anything else. I don't have to. So it's 1. So you can see easily we can get the number of moles. N is equal to 0.1 mole. So this is actually number of moles. Now I have to go for the M. So the other equation. So I'm doing here. Right. So N I got as 0.1 and M I want to find out. And capital M. Capital M, of course. Now C6H12O6. C refers, now see here, carbon 12. Carbon is 12, but we have 6 carbons there. So you have to multiply it by 6 and put a bracket because we put the bracket to make it easy and easy to understand and we don't get confused when we are doing the molecular masses. And hydrogen, of course, it is 1, but I have 12 hydrogen. So 1 multiply with 12 and okay, like this. And brackets and then add. Oxygen refers to now 16. And I have, there are 6 oxygens in the molecular formula. So I have to multiply it with 6. Right. So when you calculate this all, you can see 72 plus, okay, and 12. And then it comes 36 and 96. Okay. So when you do this, 180 gram per mole. Okay. So that is the unit of the molecule molar mass, gram per mole. So here, of course, you don't have to do that all. I just mentioning you that to recall the unit. Right. So 180, I got the capital M as 180. And then it's really easy. Now you have to keep the M alone. So you can go for the cross multiplication. So because it is 0.1, I can directly add the answer as 18. Right. So 18 grams is the answer. So we have to find out where the 18 grams. So I will erase this all up. And then we can easily get the answer, right? Okay, 18 grams. Here we go. Right, third one is the answer, 18 gram. Right, now I have gone for long steps, but in the exam, because of you practice more further, like lots, right? So then you can easily get this answer. Right, we are moving to question number 32. Okay. Now there is a picture diagram there, and you can see some of the forces have marked up. One is F, that is frictional force actually, and the other one is P, and that is actually we are giving a force to pull this box. Right. whatever the box or any object, when we are when it is on a surface and we are trying to pull up, not pull up, pull along on the surface, there will be frictional force acting on that. So we know we have three types of frictional forces. One is static frictional force. That means at that time frictional force, I mean the object is not moving, but there is a frictional force. And then object will start to move, the frictional force is we call as the limiting frictional force. And when the object is moving, we call that is dynamic frictional force. So likewise, we have three. And actually, they don't ask what are these three. They're asking what will happen to the frictional force when you are applying a force called P, right? So now we have to go along with the answers. Takes a constant value continuously from the beginning. No, frictional force, at the beginning, it increases. So this one we can't take actually, right? And second one, increases gradually, yes, from 0, yes, to a maximum value. Yes, it's increased to a maximum value, but there are more to come, right? So this we can't tell wrong, but it's like incomplete. So we'll keep it up. Increases gradually from 0, yes, to a maximum value, yes, and then decreases gradually. Okay, it reaches the maximum value and it decreases only, but because of this gradually word, we can't take this as a correct one. It's not decreasing continuous, right? There is a stop. So this is actually wrong because of the gradually word. Increases gradually from 0, yes, to a maximum value, yes, then decreases slightly, yes, and takes a constant value. Yes, of course. Then the perfect answer is both one. Yes, when we are pulling an object by giving a force, it decreases, slightly decreases, and they always maintain a constant value. So always when you give the force, the resultant force will be little less because of this frictional force. Okay, so this is the perfect answer for that. Question number 32. So answer is 4. Yeah, moving to the question number 33. Arrangement ABCD. Okay, there are 4 setups, and they have inserted clean iron nails, and they are going to check about the corrosion. Right. One is seawater, okay, sodium chloride. We know the corrosion will be high in seawater. And vinegar, it's a weak acid, yes. Corrosion will be high in acids also. And there is a chemical cell. Electrochemical cell. How did I say that? Because you don't see any batteries connected here. It's directly iron and another metal plate and connecting with the conducting wire. So that's it. So because of that, we call this as electrochemical cell. Right. And one electrochemical cell is with iron nail and the zinc plate. And we have distilled water. And the other one, iron nail with the copper plate. Right. Okay. Now, okay, seawater, corrosion fast. Vinegar, because it's a weak acid, it also it increases the corrosion. Right. Now, how can we decide the C and D? Okay. The theory comes from activity series. Okay. I'm taking you to the activity series. Here you can see activity series. This is from the grade 10 book, textbook. The iron. Where we can see the iron. Iron is here. Okay. One is we have put zinc. The other one we have seen copper. Okay. The other one is copper. Right here. Okay. You can see one metal is above the iron. One metal is lower at the iron's place. Okay. The theory is if any metal above, they are high reactive. That's why we call activity series. Right. The metals which are at top, they have high activity, high reactivity. Right. So zinc is react faster than iron. So iron won't get rusted. Iron will not get corroded. So in this case, iron is protected. But if you put the copper, iron is at top. Okay, iron is at top. So iron reactivity is higher than the copper. So copper will be protected, but not the iron. So because of that, the iron rust fast. So the question is, now we have seen iron rusting factors, some of the iron rusting factors. Seawater, vinegar, and now in this case, D. Okay, because iron is high reactive. So here in the C, iron is protected by the zinc. Because of that, they are asking, when observed after a few days, the nail in which arrangement has corroded least, not fast, least. Okay, then of course you can get the answer for the 33 question, the C, because its iron is protected there. Right, so we are using many times this activity series. So you have to be by heart and keep the activity series always. Right. Next question is question number 34. Right. There's a circuit, and for this circuit, in between this X and Y, we are connecting three types of wires. One is connecting a thin, long, other one thick, short, and another one thin, short. Theory is regarding the resistance. Okay, resistance means it's a barrier. So if the barrier is high, current cannot go more. Okay, so current cannot go more means the brightness of the bulb will be reduced. If you want a bright bulb, then you need a lot of current. So resistance should be low. So we have to check always which is lower, which is higher. And actually here they are asking about the accordingly what is the order in which the brightness of the bulb increases. So finally you have to get the highest brightness. Okay, so we will check. So connecting a thin, that means resistance is high here, and long, resistance so high. Okay, connecting thick and short. Thick means resistance a little bit low, but it short means, yeah, we can tell like this is a little bit low. And here you will get again connecting a thin and short wire. Right now, according to this information, now actually we can't take the exact values of the resistance. We have to just guess which one have a lot of barriers and which one have like least barriers, that means least resistance, and then how the current flows through it, right? So we can, when we go through with this, because we have two thin wires, okay, so then the thin wires, thick wires have low resistivity. So I can guess B is the highest brightness that can be given. So now my one is B, and that is the highest brightness. And then then I have to think about both the thin wires. One thin wire is long. Long means now the current has to pass in a long distance. So then resistance bit high. And in a short distance, the barriers are facing less. So when I compare A and C, I can think the C wire, because of it is short wire, the barrier is low. Barrier is low means resistance is low compared to A. So it can give the brightness than the A. So A can be the resistance high. So A can be the least brightness giving by. So it should be A, C, B. I can see in the second one it gives. Okay, so this is a guessing part actually. And you have to think because most of the time these questions are going like the critical thinking part. Okay, so critical thinking part, you have to think and get the answer, but critically you have to think. Right, next.